When legendary basketball coach John Wooden passed away last week at the age of 99, Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski said, "Many have called Coach Wooden the gold standard of coaching. I believe he was the gold standard of people." And that is a torch that Coach K may now bear. John Berman goes one-on-one with Mike Krzyzewski for the Nightline interview.
Duke has won its first national championship. For the first time in 2 decades, college basketball has a repeat champion.
Technicals on Coach K. Coach K. Krzyzewski makes you pay.
He's the man who has won 4 national titles.
Duke is the king of the dance, 2010.
He's the man who stews and steams and swears on the sidelines.
Mike Krzyzewski giving that stare.
He's the man who has inspired broad-based national loathing that reached all the way to Glee.
I hate Duke like I hate the Nazis.
Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski is that man, but also
he's the man who he would play Beautiful Princess with me and my sisters.
There's a lot you might not know about Mike Krzyzewski beyond just the spelling of his mind-boggling "Can I buy a vowel" last name. But what most sports fans do know about Coach K is his record. In 30 years at Duke, he has those 4 national titles to go on top of 868 wins. But he swears it's not just about winning.
If I spend every waking moment trying to just beat you, eventually that becomes a shallow life. That can't be what motivates me. Again, I want to beat you, but that can't be the bottom line for me.
You barely even know me, and you want to beat me.
I still would like to beat you, and I'm taller than you. I'm probably not as quick.
Spoken like a true leader, which is all Krzyzewski says he ever wanted to be.
That's what I was trained to do. That's why I went to West Point, not just to be an Army officer, but to be a leader.
He graduated in 1969, captain of the basketball team. He never served in combat, but went right into coaching, ending up as the head coach at Duke in 1980. His theories on leadership read like a motivational speaking kit. Take his metaphor of the fist.
With a basketball team, it just works out. I coach a team where there are 5 guys. And if 5 can play as one, that means you constantly going at people with all the talents of the team that you have.
He's had so much success with the fist at Duke and coaching the 2008 gold medal Olympic team, there's been constant speculation about a possible jump to the pros.
You're coaching here next year?
Yeah, I'm coaching here forever, for as long as I coach.
What about going to the NBA?
No, I'm not going to go to the NBA.
Not next year?
Not ever.
Not ever?
Not ever.
This is a Sherman-esque statement. You're not going to the NBA ever?
Ever.
He turned down a reported $40 million contract with the Lakers a few years ago. A lot of money for a kid who grew up in Chicago, the child of Polish immigrants.
My mom ended up being the greatest person in my life. And even when I became this coach, my mother was at my side here, and she's at my side here.
The coach helped fund the Emily Krzyzewski Family Center in Durham, North Carolina, to pass on the values his mother gave him.
I've learned that you don't do it alone. I've learned that you need to trust somebody when you have tough decisions or when you're in difficult situations, that you don't know it all, and that unfailing love and unconditional support are amazing things when given to a person. And that's what I've tried to do as a parent and a grandparent and a coach, to try to incorporate what my mom, who never went to high school, and my dad, who only went to 2 years of high school, they knew it better than I did.
But his mother isn't the only woman behind the success of Coach K. There's his wife, Mickey, whom he married the day he graduated West Point, and his 3 daughters, Debbie, Lindy, and Jamie.
I think he was shocked by us and the way women are.
How did it change him, do you think?
I think it softened him. He is more capable of listening to his players and to his staff and to the recruits and their families, because he kind of knows, I don't have to be the king, because like when he's at home, he's not the king.
I didn't know growing up how great it would be to have your best friends be your daughters. And there's a relationship that a father and daughter have that I didn't know anything about. But I've learned it.
The K house was always about the K kids, not about the coach.
You hear of mom and pop grocery stores or mom and pop diners, and this is like a mom and pop college basketball program.
He always made it his job was our family's job. It wasn't just his alone.
The Krzyzewski women were always a huge part of Duke basketball. Chances are any player not comfortable with the Krzyzewski family rules never ended up on Duke to begin with.
Our family meets every recruit before he commits to coming to Duke.
Is that so you guys can make decisions on him, or is that so, to sell him on the school?
It's probably a little bit of both, but there were times where we kind of gave the thumbs down.
Really?
Yes.
The Krzyzewski family sees a side of the coach most fans could never imagine.
This is my youngest, John David, and because the fist is a big thing, he's got 2 fists going up.
Your grandson's doing the fist?
Yeah, he already knows.
Not the plaster-haired, vein-popping, supremely confident, some say arrogant, sultan of the sidelines. The Blue Devils have become the college basketball team that fans around the country love to hate.
You never get used to it?
No, I don't get used to that.
Mickey and the girls don't see what upsets people so much about the men's basketball coach who has a Dreamgirls CD in his office.
You know the songs from Dreamgirls?
Yeah, and
Yes, Coach K loves karaoke.
He's got some good moves. Usually it's Motown. He's a big Motown guy, big Smokey Robinson guy.
Lindy tells us that you have a lovely singing voice.
No, I don't. She's lying.
And she also assured us that if we asked, you'd sing for us.
No, I will not sing for you.
She said you guys do Gladys Knight and the Pips, and you play Gladys Knight and you make everyone else the Pips.
Well, if we're going to sing, I'm going to be the lead singer.
Always about leadership. That's what he thinks about. Not the 868 wins or the big salary or the record that has made him a godlike figure on this campus.
You can't be an achiever if you're constantly toasting your past.
If you were constantly toasting your past, you'd be loaded.
Well, as a Polish guy, I've been loaded before, but they've been good occasions.
I'm John Berman for Nightline in Durham, North Carolina.